And every time you get a tranche, because now they're looking at the next tranche. Because after a lot of back and forth, first you had a thing with the UN. When it came to liquidity, a petition, Parliament sends a petition to the UN, or on behalf of Parliament, a petition was sent to the UN. The Dutch government then tells the Prime Minister, but how you could be negotiating with us in good faith, but your Parliament sends a petition to the UN. So then the government of St. Martin and the Parliament needed to kind of backtrack and say, well, you know, the petition ain't what it sounds and looks like. They had to backtrack. Now they backtrack. Now they're trying via a different route to still come to this decolonization. If the government of St. Martin Oral feels that decolonization, whatever they understand on the decolonization, is the way for St. Martin to go, then make up your mind as a government and tell the people, tell the Dutch government that's what you want. You know, but you can't be playing this cat and mouse game inside of the coalition and then think that, well, you're outsmarting everybody else. That's what they thought with a petition to the UN. They're going to leave the government, so leave the Prime Minister, have to negotiate the liquidity with the Dutch, but in the meantime, the Parliament going to send a petition to the UN.
We have some very smart politicians in St. Martin.
Sometimes too smart for themselves. And all of this going on, and then they had to backtrack. And now during the budget debate, you issue basically it was an ultimatum. The first motion drafted regarding decolonization to the Prime Minister was an ultimatum. It was an ultimatum. And then the coalition sort of quickly got its act together, and they rephrased that motion. And now they say Parliament. So I'm waiting to hear what Parliament is going to make and send to the government and tell the government they have to execute it. But you know, Oral, the people of St. Martin are so. I don't even want to say tired.
They are tired.
But and you know, and they don't want this. People want to know, where are we going as a country? You know, what can the government do for us? You had the issue of the assistance, the food voucher, food program. I mean, Oral, the same Dutch government told them from before it stopped at the end of April that it was going to be extended. It took months before they could have signed that off with the St. Martin government and the Dutch government. But these are the things that matter to people. You know, and we there about decolonization and who doing what, and they're going to give the Prime Minister an ultimatum, and your own coalition, get your act together, go somewhere, sit together and decide this is what we're going to do or we're not going to do. And when you do that, then you tell the Dutch government, although we're negotiating with you regarding liquidity, this is what we are going to be doing for our constitutional future.
But in a coalition like this, right, and you know this probably better than anyone else. I had some talks with people recently, and they want to know, then who is the leader?
Well, Oral, that's why I mentioned earlier that clearly there is a lack of leadership. Clearly there is a lack of leadership, you know, and I have found myself, Oral, I sit in Parliament, I question the government, I disagree with something, most of the things that they do and that they come with, and I say why I disagree. But at the same time, I find myself giving the government too much, the benefit of the doubt. And I tell myself, yeah, even with your one seat, my one seat in Parliament, I cannot continue to give the government the benefit of the doubt. Okay, don't say anything because times are hard and we are in a difficult situation. Yes, we are. But you are the government. You took on that responsibility. Not hardly any one of them in there now were not in some kind of a political office or whatever, you know, to know that the government governing St. Martin isn't no play, you know, as the people would say.